So before I do this, I just want to get this directly out there ahead of the curve, because I know how a lot of people want to try to say that, oh, you're advocating for this. I'm not. I'm just covering the story. Just as Gail has stated during the live stream, just as I'm stating now, at no point in time do any of me or my moderators condone violence towards anybody that has a difference of political view or anything of that sort. Violence is not the answer. That shouldn't be happening at all. People should be able to have the freedom of speech, regardless, even if we disagree it or not. There's tons of racists directly out here that I disagree with all the time. All the time. And I see them online. And I have the freedom to either engage, or I have the freedom to either block them or not pay attention. It's literally that simple. To go to the note of which that people have to use violence, we have very much come to a point in time in society where sane people no longer walk, no longer exist. And we are walking on a very thin line of having more people deciding that they want to copycat and do the exact same things. What we have at this moment in time is this: Trump ally Charlie Kirk shot during event at Utah University. Charlie Kirk, the powerful right-wing activist, Trump ally, and executive director of Turning Point USA, or TPUSA, has been shot on Wednesday while hosting an event in Utah. In videos posted circulating on social media, Kirk can be seen getting struck while speaking and sitting beneath a tent in the Utah Valley University courtyard. Kirk was there as part of the American Comeback Tour, which is hosted by TPUSA chapter at Utah Valley. There's also video footage of students on campus running away from the sounds of gunshots. The TPUSA press team confirmed to Fox News that Kirk had been shot, but his condition was unknown at the time. Mike Lee, a Utah senator, posted his X shortly after reports broke that Kirk had been shot, to say that he is, quote, tracking the situation at Utah Valley University closely. Please join me in praying for the Kirk family and the students gathered there. Ashley Moody, another Utah senator, also posted on X saying that her office is monitoring the situation at Utah Valley University. I pray for Charlie Kirk, the students, and his nation. A spokesperson with the Utah Valley University police confirmed to The Guardian that the shots were fired on campus. JD Vance, the vice president, tweeted, quote, say a prayer for the Charlie Kirk family, for Charlie Kirk, a genuinely good guy and young father. Those sentiments were echoed by the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth. Prayers, quote, prayers for Charlie Kirk, an incredible Christian, American human being. May the healing hand of Jesus Christ be upon him. The FBI Director, Kash Patel, stated that the FBI is, quote, closely monitoring reports of a tragic shooting involving Charlie Kirk at Utah Valley University. Agents will be on the scene quickly, and the FBI stands in full support of the ongoing response and investigation. The shooting was quickly condemned by the California governor, Gavin Newsom, who stated, quote, the attack on Charlie Kirk was disgusting, vile, and reprehensible. In the United States of America, we must reject political violence in every form. Shortly before shots rang out, Kirk tweeted, quote, we are so back. Utah Valley University is fired up and ready for the first stop back on the American Comeback Tour. Next, we have Utah mayor says that Kirk's shooter suspect is still at large. Orem Mayor David Young stated that the suspect in the fatal shooting of Kirk in Utah on Wednesday is still at large. Quote, from the latest information I have that the suspect is still at large. Several local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies, including Orem Police, are involved in the investigation, according to Young. Orem is located in the north central part of Utah. Since we have, again, officials say that the suspect in the fatal shooting of conservative political activist Charlie Kirk is not in custody, despite earlier statements by university officials that someone had been arrested. President Donald Trump confirmed that Kirk, age 31, has passed after the shooting Wednesday. The person taken into custody after Kirk was fatally wounded at the Utah Valley University is not believed to be the shooting suspect. What they know so far, it's not yet known who the suspect shooter was of the Wednesday 5 p.m. Eastern shooting. Utah Valley University spokesperson Scott Trotter released a statement to multiple media outlets saying the suspect is not yet in custody. The mayor of Orem, Utah, David Young, stated that the shooting suspect remains at large. However, authorities are not telling people to shelter in place. Quote, on September 10th of 2025 at 12:20, a single shot rang out in the quad near the food court on the Utah Valley University Orem campus as Mr. Charlie Kirk began speaking at his planned rally. We can confirm that Mr. Kirk was shot, but we don't know his condition. The suspect is not in custody. Police are still investigating. Campus is closed for the rest of the day. An initial alert from the university said that a suspect was taken in custody, and video posted on social media appeared to show an older man being detained afterward. An AP source stated that this person is not believed to be the shooter. Videos posted on social media show Kirk speaking into a handheld microphone while sitting under a white tent emblazoned with the slogan, "The American Comeback and Prove Me Wrong." Kirk deceased at 31 after shooting at Utah Valley University. Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk has died after being shot at an event on Wednesday afternoon at Utah Valley University. President Donald Trump confirmed Kirk's death in a post on Truth Social. Law enforcement is searching for the assassin who shot and killed Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk during an event at Utah Valley University on Wednesday. A source tells Fox News authorities are now going door to door as they search for the gunman. Multiple federal sources have told Fox News that Homeland Security Investigations, HSI, have sent Utah agents to the area where Kirk was assassinated to assist with the manhunt for the shooter. Kirk was speaking under a white tent when a single shot rang out, striking him. He was later pronounced deceased from his injuries. Authorities initially detained one person after the shooting, but that individual has since been released. Law enforcement officials say that the search continues for the suspect responsible. So I'm going to pose the same question that I posed for about a good 2 hours, right? Because the initial person that they showcased was supposed to be the suspect, and other people wanted to say that he was a Democrat and all this other type of stuff. What I'm trying to specifically gather, right, because this happened directly in Utah. The greater majority of the population is 88 or 70 some percent, somewhere in the high percentile, it is Caucasian, right? You had all of these things transpire and take place. The person that they said initially was in custody that they showcased online, who is Caucasian, they released. So that means that the actual suspect is still at large. I just watched an interview where the police stated in a live update, and that was posted about it started around 5:43, and it is currently about 6:41. So I'm not sure how much of an update they're currently at this moment in time. They said that they do have somebody in custody, but the chief or the officer who was speaking specifically stated that whoever it is that did this, they will find him and you will be tried and prosecuted, and that they still have the death penalty, directly in that state, right? So it will be used to the fullness of possibilities. The main question that I pose directly to a lot of the white Americans directly out there is, what specifically, like, let's just go off of the instance as the video that I have posted, because again, I only have that video of who it was that they had captured, right? And there's two different videos of this exact same person in police custody that was being arrested, being dragged by police to the police car, and people were yelling and screaming directly at him saying, how did you do this, and all this other type of stuff, right? A lot of hysterics, a lot of people being emotional. So we're just going off of just specifically that image, that picture. For the white folks out there, what are you going to specifically do in order to curb this type of thing from happening, from going on? What specifically, what plans, right? Because if this person, for all intents and purposes, for all the information that we know, again, they said that they released them, we don't really have anybody. For all intents and purposes, this was the first person, so I'm going off of what I said earlier. For the white folks out there, what are y'all going to do to stop people in your own community of doing things like this, from having a disagreement with another person politically or religiously or whatever it is? how are you going to save yourself from yourself? What are the precautions that you have? What are the safeguards that you have in order to make sure that this does not become a copycat situation? Because the main thing that I've always talked about and spoke directly on before is that whenever it is that somebody else that looks different commits a crime, pretty much instantly people have a picture, they have a photo, they know who the person is. They might know the name of the person, where the person lives. Somebody saw the person 3 to 5 to 10 minutes ago. But when it's instances like this, information is slow. The gathering takes a long time. They may have somebody, they may not have somebody, or they have theories. And to me, that's problematic. Because it seems as though that people can come through with finite information when it deals with somebody who is other. But when the situation is close to the front door, when you can look at the situation and see it in a mirror, magically people don't know where to go. They don't know what information to give. They don't know how or where to look for the information. Magically, they've never seen it before. And going by my live stream, when I was asking that question off of the information that was specifically given during that time, and I'm trying to have a logical, serious conversation because it's a very serious topic. The main responses that I got from white folks coming directly up there, they either wanted to troll, they wanted to start listing stereotypes, they wanted to start talking about per capita and crime, dealing with the black community. They was like, let's talk about this black on black crime. Let's talk about these Democratic run cities. Everything else but to face what was directly in front of them, again, with the information that we had specifically at the time. And I stayed there for about 2 hours. And I was just simply asking. I was waiting for any white guy directly up there. Like, yo, logically, just had this conversation. I got quite a bit of racism, too. And I'm like, that's a little bit weird on the fact that you have a black American male who was here on his own platform covering a story of which he shouldn't even be covering. It shouldn't even really be on my radar. I should actually see fields of white boys, even if they're gamers. I should see fields of white boys that I know are conservative actually stopping and covering this topic. Stopping and covering this topic. But yet we'll see what they decide to do. We'll see what they decide to do. We'll see what a lot of other white content creators will decide to do. Because again, it's baffling to me that I, as a black content creator, I'm like, yo, let me cover this and let me be as serious about this topic as possible. And I get inundated with stereotypes, racism, scapegoating, nobody giving a solution, nobody giving a plan. And I'm being very direct, talking specifically to white people, calling out white people, looking directly at white people. Again, going by the information that we have at the time, going by the video that we have at the time. And I got nothing. And I'm like, to me, that's crazy because y'all are the same groups that say that y'all love yourselves, y'all care about yourselves, you are proud to be who it is that you are, and you're not ashamed of it, and you're going to do everything to protect yourselves. But at the same time, when I pose the question, what are you going to do about this situation to make sure that your other conservative representatives don't go through this or have to fear for their life? I got nothing. I got nothing. Like I said, I don't know what's going to take place. I know something is going to take place. And this is going to be that main point of which everything started coming forth. Because this is going to be on the minds of a lot of people for a very long time, especially the people that were there. And I promise you, this may have actually changed. This event may have actually changed a lot of people that came there to debate Charlie Kirk, that felt that they were, yo, I'm so right. I got my facts and this, that, and the third. Seeing that live up front, that action take place, that right there may be the point that a lot of people are now looking at Charlie Kirk instead of somebody to debate. They're now going to look at him as somebody like, okay, you know what? I see what it is that you were saying now. Now, because of this moment, you had one person up there. You had Charlie Kirk up there, right? He had that space. He made that platform and everything for himself. Now that it's a void there, you're going to have a multitude of younger white males coming directly up there with way more radical views, right? If we disagree with Charlie Kirk, right? Oh, it's going to be even worse. Now that fixture, right? Now that one piece is not there, you're going to have hundreds, thousands over the years vying for that role, vying for that attention, vying for that spot, vying for that space. Because now there's a void. And 9 times out of 10, what normally happens is that we look at the initial person that is in place as the worst person to ever be there. But nobody understands that once that person is gone, there is not a gate to stop people that are far worse from coming up and now having platforms, now being showcased all over the place. And that's what a lot of people are going to have to deal with and see at this moment in time. And like I said before, going back to what I initially stated in the first part of the video, much love, respect, and appreciation. Shout out to my moderator, Gail. We at no form at any point in time on this platform condone any type of violence happening to one another because of a political disapproval or people's opinions or religion or whatever it is. We don't do that here. We don't. So, you know, like I said before, I'm not sure what people are going to do. I'm not sure how this is going to transpire later on, but I will make sure to keep you guys posted and aware of the things that take place and happen as they come up, I guess, throughout the day or the hours or whenever. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video in the comment section below. And also shout out to anybody who made it through to the live stream for that, you know, 2 almost close to 3-hour duration. Much love, respect, and appreciation to all of those folks. And I'll catch you guys in the next video and or live stream.